Did you know Venus is the only planet in our solar system that spins backwards? Isn't that fascinating? Most planets, like our Earth, spin in the same direction they orbit the Sun. But not Venus? It likes to do things its own way and spins in the opposite direction. Now let's get to know Venus a bit better. It's similar in size to Earth, making it our planetary twin. Venus is the second planet from the Sun, snuggled right between Mercury and Earth. Because it's closer to the Sun than we are, it orbits the Sun faster than Earth. And have you ever heard Venus being called the morning star or the evening star? That's because it's often the first star you see at night and the last one you see in the morning. Venus is not only unique for its backward spin but also for its bright appearance in our sky. Want to know why it shines so brightly? Well, Venus shines so brightly in the sky, not because it's showing off but because of something quite scientific. You see, Venus has a very thick atmosphere. And not just any atmosphere, but one that's primarily made up of carbon dioxide with clouds of sulfuric acid. Now you might be wondering, how does this make Venus bright? Well, this thick atmosphere acts like a giant mirror. When the sun's light hits Venus, the atmosphere reflects a lot of that light back into space. So when we look up at the night sky, we see Venus shining brightly more so than any other planet. And it's not just about brightness. Venus is extraordinary in other ways too. For instance, the temperature at the surface of Venus is hot enough to melt lead. Yes, you heard that right. The average temperature is around 870 degrees Fahrenheit. That's hotter than the surface of Mercury, even though Mercury is closer to the Sun. But why is Venus so hot? Well, the thick atmosphere we talked about earlier is to blame. It creates a greenhouse effect, trapping the Sun's heat and preventing it from escaping back into space. This makes Venus the hottest planet in our solar system. And let's not forget about the pressure. The atmospheric pressure at the surface of Venus is 92 times greater than Earth's. That's similar to the pressure you would feel about 3,000 feet underwater in the ocean. So, while Venus may look pretty and bright from our backyard, it's a whole different story up close. With its scorching temperatures, crushing pressure, and reflective atmosphere, Venus is a world unlike any other. Venus, with its thick clouds and extreme temperatures, is a world of wonders. But what does it look like on the surface? Imagine stepping onto a world where you would be crushed, cooked, and even corroded. Welcome to the surface of Venus. Now let's get to know our neighboring planet a little better. Venus isn't just your average next-door neighbor. It's a rocky world, much like our own Earth, but with a few unique twists. Its surface is a vast, rocky expanse filled with towering mountains, deep valleys, and even active volcanoes. Picture the most awe-inspiring mountain ranges here on Earth. Then imagine them on a planet-wide scale. That's Venus for you. But the landscape isn't the only thing that makes Venus special. The planet is also home to a number of active volcanoes, some of which are still erupting today. Imagine standing at the foot of a volcano as it spews molten rock into the sky, painting a fiery picture against the backdrop of Venus's thick, cloudy atmosphere. It's a breathtaking sight, but not one you'd want to see up close. Venus's volcanoes are far more dangerous than those we're used to here on Earth. Speaking of danger, let's talk about that atmosphere. Venus's air is incredibly dense and filled with carbon dioxide, which creates a sort of greenhouse effect, trapping heat and making Venus the hottest planet in our solar system. And if the heat doesn't get you, the pressure will. The atmospheric pressure on Venus is 92 times greater than Earth's. That's like diving more than half a mile deep into the ocean, if you can imagine that. These extreme conditions pose a real challenge for space exploration. Robots sent to the planet's surface have to withstand not only the intense heat and pressure but also a rain of sulfuric acid from the clouds. Yes, you heard it right, Venus has acid rain. Venus may not be the friendliest planet for visitors, but it surely is an intriguing one. But how did we learn all these facts about Venus? Humans haven't visited Venus, but our robotic ambassadors have. Let's talk about how we've explored Venus from afar. Our first successful mission to Venus was Mariner 10 back in the early 70s. This brave little spacecraft managed to snap some amazing pictures of Venus, revealing a planet wrapped in thick, swirling clouds. But these clouds kept Venus's surface a mystery. Then, along came Venus Express in 2005. This European Space Agency mission spent over 8 years studying Venus, and it made some fantastic discoveries. It found evidence of lightning and a weird double vortex at the planet's north pole. But we're not done exploring Venus. In fact, we're just getting started. NASA's upcoming mission, Veritas, is set to launch in the late 20s. Veritas stands for Venus Emissivity, Radio Science, INSAR, Topography, and Spectroscopy. This mission will use a powerful radar to peer through Venus's clouds and map the planet's surface in unprecedented detail. It hopes to answer many lingering questions like why Venus is so similar to Earth in size and composition, yet has a runaway greenhouse effect, and why its surface appears to be much younger than it should be. Our exploration of Venus is just beginning, and who knows what exciting discoveries lie ahead. So, that's Venus, a world of fiery volcanoes, crushing pressures, and backward spins. Isn't our universe amazing? Let's quickly recap. Venus spins the opposite way to most planets. It's the brightest planet we can see from Earth. Its surface is a hotbed of volcanic activity, and we've sent numerous missions to explore it. If you enjoyed this journey to Venus, don't forget to give a thumbs up, share this video with your friends, and smash that notification bell for more exciting space adventures. Until next time, keep looking up, and watch for our next video about Earth and all the other planets including Pluto.